Hello guys, this is Vysh. So today is day 4 of the daily quiz for the revision for 2022. So 25 MCQs daily for 50 days, so total 1250 MCQs. We have already done June, July and August, 25 MCQs each, and today we'll do September. So if you are a serious aspirant, you will be understanding that these things which we do on a regular basis will help you get extra marks. Okay, and we have got many messages after the series started like, sir, excellent MCQs, very good, but only a portion of that will then decide, okay, I need that pack, I'll go and buy that pack. The remaining people, if you are actually serious about this exam and if you are liking this questions which we discuss here, and if you feel your whatever enrolled test series you had already had or your coaching did not teach you those things which happened in that month, okay, because monthly current affairs is what we are discussing, so please enroll to this, okay, because this you will not regret. Even when you buy this, it's a prelims plus mains content is there inside that magazines, and it will be lifelong valid also. So these are soft copy PDF which even next year, in case you could not make it this year, next year also you will have to study 1 year old current affair. That time also it will be useful. So this pack I'm suggesting you, if you are a serious aspirant, you have to buy. Okay, if you are a 2023 aspirant, it is okay, you can wait for the next test series which we launch in June when the prelims of 2022 get over. Okay, but others, if you're 2022 and if you're liking it and you're appreciating it through WhatsApp and email and all when you're sending, you just take one more step and get that pack or whichever pack you feel is needed and study to the fullest. Okay, so that you can clear this time itself and then sit for the mains. Okay, so these are the packs you can pause and see. At the end, I'll show you this one more time. And if you want to see samples of 3 PDF of test, I can give you that by just email me by shupc@gmail.com. We'll give you 3 free test, 3 full 100, that is 300 MCQs with explanation PDF we'll give you. So based on that, you can enroll to the full one. And your score, whatever your score is, comment in the comment section so that next time when you score higher, you will be feeling proud that, okay, yesterday I scored 12 out of 25, today I'm scoring 15 out of 25. So each day it motivates you to score higher and higher. Okay, and please subscribe to this channel so that you can support us for this free videos. Okay, so in live chat, you can start answering the questions. First one, September questions. Slave route project, sometimes seen in news, is run by which organization? European Union, African Union, UNESCO, or WTO? So slave route project was in news in August, September time. So here the answer will be UNESCO. So United Nations work towards ending racism. There is a project called Slave Route Project, which is run by the UNESCO. Okay, so it encourages a honest conversation about the issues related to slavery. And there is an initiative by UN Population Fund also. And many things happen, like UN human rights offices there. They all work towards this inclusiveness, racial discrimination, equality, justice, all these things. United Nations work through different channels. So here the question is about Slave Route Project, which is by UNESCO. And in August 31, there was something called International Day for People of African Descent. So if you have seen yesterday's episode, I had discussed a detailed MCQ on this also. So that is why I'm telling we have systematically designed these magazines. Okay, so everything which happens in the news, in whichever newspaper, at least 14 national newspapers and TV channels links we are referring to make this thing. Okay, so please see to it that you are studying it in the right way. Okay, remaining things you can pause and see. So this is the first question. Now second question for today. Which of the following are true about scrub typhus seen in news? It is caused by a virus spread through monkeys. In complicated cases, it could lead to pneumonia. In India, it has been detected recently for the first time. So when you see these kind of things, either you have to know whether this came in the news or you have to by heart the static part. So always the better option is study the current affairs. Whenever something happens in India for the first time or whenever something related to India happens, you should be knowing that. If you don't know that, you are studying from the wrong source and you are not studying the proper way an aspirant should study. So here you have to know certain information so that it can be easily done. So this thing is not a new thing. During the World War time itself in India, in many places in Assam and West Bengal and all, this fever epidemic was there. So third statement is wrong. So if you eliminate that, then you will be left with 1, 2 only and 2 only. So that means 2 has to be correct. That is, it can lead to pneumonia. It's a very generic statement. Now it is caused by virus spread through monkeys is wrong because it is caused by a bacterium. Okay. Here the name is given Orientia, whatever name. Okay. You don't have to pronounce it and you don't have to tell it anywhere. You have to just know that it is a bacteria which is of Japanese origin. Okay, that is the name is like this because it's a Japanese origin. Okay, so basic details you can see here. It can cause pneumonia, and it is there again in news because in Uttar Pradesh this mystery fever was reported in the month of September. Okay, in these particular district. So obviously experts will be taking the needed things because deaths are also happening of children and also the steps will be taken. Okay, so treatment, vaccination, all these things are being discussed for this particular disease in Uttar Pradesh. Which of the following are members of the New Development Bank of BRICS? So banks also, there are many types of banks. Vysh students will get multiple revision charts which compares the banks. So it will be very easy for you. Okay. So basic study you have to anyway do from the test series, but after that you will get comparison tables, even World Bank, IMF, everything. Even within the World Bank, there are 5 organizations that also in a table format I'll give you. Then BRICS has a bank, and SEO will whether it has a bank. Because you have to know basic things. Okay, Asian banks and the World Banks. Now, which are the members of this BRICS bank? So Brazil, India, Bangladesh, UAE, Sri Lanka. So 1, 2 only, 1, 2, 5 only, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So basically, BRICS countries, if you know at least, you will know Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa will be there. So Brazil, India, you need. So everywhere 1, 2, 1, 2 is there. So this option goes away. Now you have to know whether other 3 things are there. Based on that knowledge only, you can proceed. So here, if you see, it is a current affair item. The New Development Bank has been expanding or announced its expansion in 2020 itself, and now it has admitted UAE, Bangladesh, and Uruguay as its new members. So UAE and Bangladesh is added. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is the answer. Okay, Sri Lanka is not yet added, but in future, maybe by the time your exam happens, maybe if Sri Lanka is also added, that you have to know. Okay, that will be there obviously in our future current affair magazine if it happens. But as of now, these 3 countries are added to the BRICS countries to the New Development Bank. Okay, so the basic history is there, like it's in Shanghai, and 2019 the office was established, and basic things are there. Authorized capital of $100 billion. This is what I'm saying. These kind of information in a table format I'll give you in the economics revision chart. Okay, so this is the question number 3. Now question number 4. World Social Protection Report 2020-22 is released by which body? G20, World Bank, ILO, or OECD? So World Social Protection Report. So social protection, when it comes, you can think about labor also. You can think about the bank also. So you have to know this either through current affair or static. If you have made a table or something, you should know. So here answer is International Labor Organization. Okay, it was again released on September 1. That is why in this magazine it is there. So social protection, it comprises of the income security, healthcare, unemployment, old age, pension. All these things will be there in the social security thing. So here are some details about what is there in the report, like how much percentage of GDP is gone into that, high income countries and low income countries, how it is differing. This and all you can pause and see. Okay, so these are basic extra reading. As I told, for your mains it will be important, but for your prelims you have to know that it is under the ILO that this report comes. Okay, the World Social Protection Report 2020-22. Question number 5. Which are the following is recently declared as the state animal of Ladakh? So 2-3 years back, UPSC asked a question like which has the state butterfly. It was Maharashtra was the answer. Then what is the which is the national aquatic animal, and whether we have a national park for that. So that kind of questions comes. Okay, so don't think it is irrelevant. It is being asked by UPSC. So state animal of Ladakh. So Ladakh in the sense the UT Ladakh. Okay, now it is like 2 UTs, Jammu and Kashmir UT and Ladakh UT. Both have declared their animals and birds recently. So this one Ladakh, which is the state animal. So answer is snow leopard. So if you see snow leopard as the UT's state animal, you can call, and black-necked crane as the state bird was declared on September 1, 2021. That is the reason this is asked. Now again, this is for Ladakh only. Now what about the Jammu and Kashmir? In Jammu and Kashmir also this Khalij pheasant declared as the bird of Jammu and Kashmir UT. So go and find out whether any animal is also declared for Jammu and Kashmir UT. Okay, this is how you do your own research. And here some basic information is there about their IUCN status and all. Black-necked crane is near threatened and snow leopard is vulnerable. And all these things can change also by the time your exam happens. This kind of IUCN status can change anytime. Okay, so but basic things you have to know. These two are declared as the UT's animal and bird. Question number 6. Which of the following are true about Financial Stability and Development Council, FSDC? It is chaired by RBI Governor. Its establishment was first recommended by the Narasimhan Committee. It is a statutory body. No funds are allocated separately to the council to undertake its activities. So this, if you see, you will have a tendency to tell like this is a negative statement, so eliminate 4 and all these things. But actually, that is true, and I think that is the only one which will be true in this case. Okay. So here, if you see, it is not RBI Governor. Its chairman is Union Finance Minister. So 1 is wrong. So this will go away. Then its establishment was first recommended by Narasimhan Committee is wrong. Narasimhan Committee is a very important committee, but a very old committee for various other major reforms. This is actually by Raghuram Committee in 2008. Okay, so 2 is also gone. Now you're stuck with 4 only or 3 only. So it is not a statutory body. So 3 also goes away. Answer is 4. Okay, so you had to have the knowledge of 1 or 2 statements. Only then you could solve this question. No funds are allocated separately to the council to undertake its activities. So statement 4 is true. Okay. So other members here, RBI Governor is a member, then all these secretaries and ministers and chairmen of all these bodies which is related to economics, and also see electronics communication secretary is also there, IRDA, pension board, all those things which is related to economy, such people will be there. Okay, even insolvency, bankruptcy board, secretary to ministry, additional secretary to Ministry of Finance, all these people are there. So a meeting happened, 24th meeting. That is why this question is asked. Okay, in September the meeting happened. Question number 7: which country has become the first Asian country to launch the plastic pact? Okay, anything related to plastic, pact meaning an agreement or a protocol, something related to plastic, which is the first Asian country to have it. Okay, Bhutan, South Korea, India, and UAE. So this again, you should be able to score the 2 marks, because if you are a serious aspirant, you will know India was the country. Okay, whenever India does something, you have to know it. And so if you get wrong in these kind of answers, that is where you understand that your preparation is wrong. Okay, meaning you did not know that India has become the first Asian country to launch a plastic pact. This is a very wrong image which goes when you tell like, okay, I have been preparing for 1 year, 2 year, and if you don't know such things. Okay, so this again, it's not relevant every year, but this year when something new happens for the first time, it is important. So here if you see, full detailing is there, like the bodies and all which is involved, who is supporting, and whatever is there. Okay, so circular system of economics and all in economics I'll teach you. So here these information may not be important for your prelims. Okay, but India being the first country in Asia, that is important. Okay, question number 8: which of the following are true about Eastern Economic Forum? Okay, it is an international forum organized each year by the East Asian Summit. So this each year is also important, and East Asian Summit is also important. It is held in order to encourage foreign investment in underdeveloped Pacific islands. So you have to know about this, only then you can solve it. They're asking for true statement. So here actually answer should be, I think, neither 1 nor 2, because both are false. Okay, so here if you see, this is nothing to do with Asia or Asian Pacific countries. It is actually majorly Russia alone. Okay, Russia's eastern side. So EEF is an international forum organized each year in Vladivostok, Russia. So it is to encourage foreign investment in the resource-rich but underdeveloped Far East region of Russia. Okay, a lot of resources there, but it's underdeveloped. So to develop that area, they have a forum, East Economic Forum, and it's their internal things. Okay, here whatever you see, it's all there, how they put and all. And energy, again, India, Russia also has a lot of tie-ups. So India will also be involved in certain things which happens related to East Economic Forum. Now again, a session has happened where again India energy talks and all happened. That is why Modi is addressing. Okay, Modi addressed the session of this Eastern Economic Forum. That is why it is important for us this year. Okay, well, this is not a new thing, but whenever India gets involved, that time you have to know. So this Kirby seen in news is a major ethnic community in, okay, Telangana, Gujarat, Assam, Kerala. So this again is a very important current affair which happened in September. So this is related to Assam. There is a tri-party accord going to be signed. Okay, so tri-party accord is going to be signed. Central government, the state of Assam, and also this Kirby community, who is little extremist kind of group, I think, which has been laying down weapons and all now. So their terrorism activities and their whatever problems it was, that is important for your mains in GS3 paper, but because of the internal security reasons. But here for prelims, you have to know this peace accord is being signed as a tri-party between center, state, and this thing. Okay, the Kirby, their whatever council they have. Okay, the autonomous council they have, they all will together sign a this thing. Okay, then Bodo peace accord and all these things, hopefully in different MCQs I've already shown you. Else again in future things you will study if it becomes more important. Okay. Strategic Clean Energy Partnership was seen in news related to India, and so there is a partnership thing being signed between India and European Union, Australia, USA, Africa. Strategic Clean Energy Partnership. So this kind of things India is signing with almost every country. Even without India, European Union, USA and all, they are having their own partnerships and agreements. So everything becomes important for you. So here it is India and USA. Okay, Strategic Clean Energy Partnership. So again, detailing, you can pause and see. It is in line with USA India Climate and Energy Agenda, which we have 2030. So it is in line with that we are going on signing this, because we have a lot of plan to reduce our fossil fuels and all these things in line with the Paris Climate Agreement also. So detailing is given here, which will be important for your mains. Now Raja Mahendra Pratap Singh was seen in news recently. Which of the following are true? He was one of the leaders during the 1857 revolt from Aligarh. He was part of the Balkan War. He is also known as Aryan Peshwa. So this again a little bit static, I would say. If you have not heard it, you will not know. But this question in September month of current affair, why it's asked? Because it is there in news. So answer is 2, 3 only. He has nothing to do with 1857 revolt. I think he was born even after that. Okay, so he will see 1886 is the timeline, and he participated in Balkan War in 1911. He is known as Aryan Peshwa. Both are true. He He also formed the Executive Board of India in Japan in 1940. So some important things are there. So UPSC can ask you. So here, if you see, PM inaugurates Raja Mahendra Pratap Singh State University in Aligarh, UP. Okay. So because of this reason, this person is in news. So whenever a person is in news, UPSC will take the static part and ask, not this current affair like how many corridors are there, what did they build, how is the university, what is the subject. They don't care about all those things. They will ask you the static part of that person. Okay. So that is what we taught you here. So if you are new to this channel, or if you are someone who is going on failing prelims, that means your foundation is lacking, and that foundational videos free of cost we will give you. You just have to WhatsApp us at this particular number. Okay. And also there are hundreds of thousands of lectures. Okay. In our channel, more than 1,000 lectures are there free of cost on multiple subjects in English and Hindi. So if you want such things, please WhatsApp me. If you are already there in my WhatsApp, then it's okay. But if you are new, please WhatsApp and take this journey seriously. Okay. Because UPSC cannot be done overnight. You have to have a disciplined way of study. Now, Buenos Aires Plan of Action, BAPA, is related to what? Political cooperation among Mercosur countries, economic cooperation among island nations, technical cooperation among developing countries, climate cooperation among developed nations. So in UPSC exam also you will see this kind of options being framed where almost everything looks similar, and if you have not heard of this, you have no clue what to do with this. Okay, because everything will look true because there will be a body or an agreement which is equivalent to this already. Okay, and you would have studied everything. So people who don't study, for them it is very easy. They just have to take a blind guess. But those who studied, they get confused in the exam hall because you will feel like, okay, this also I studied, this also I studied. So which one was BAPA? That confusion will come. So here it is actually the technical cooperation among developing countries. Okay. So September 12 is the International Day for South-South Cooperation. That is why this question is framed. So this day also commemorates the adoption of this Buenos Aires Plan of Action. That is, Buenos Aires is a place name, I think, in Argentina, so in South America. So BAPA was adopted in 1978 to promote and implement technical cooperation among developing countries by 138 member states. Okay, so this day is being to commemorate that event where we adopted this thing. Okay, so India also will be involved here when we tell South-South countries and the developing nations and all. So that is why it is important for you, and that is why it is in the September month of current affair. Question number 13, climate action and finance mobilization dialogue was in news in relation to who? India, USA, European Union, BRICS, India, Russia. So in three options, if you see, India is there. Okay, so if it was India, you were supposed to know it. Okay, so here again it is India, USA. Okay, already that strategic clean energy partnership I told you, and this also climate action and finance mobilization dialogue, both are related to India and USA. Okay, so launched in September 2021 by the Environment Minister and the USA's NY, whoever came. And the dialogue was launched under again this clean energy agenda 2030, which we have. Under that, like this, many agreements are being signed. Okay. So here, what is this agenda? This thing also is mentioned here. It's a joint climate and clean energy initiative by India with the USA. The partnership will demonstrate how the world can align towards swift climate action with inclusive and resilient economic development by taking into account the national circumstances as well as the sustainable development priority. Meaning you have to see the national conditions also, and you have to see the global SDG goals also, sustainable development goals also. Okay, so that is where this becomes important. India, USA has signed a agenda to meet those targets. Hindi Divas is observed every year in India on September 14. Which of the following are true? This day it's like chosen because it's the birth anniversary of Munshi Premchand. Hindi language written in the Devanagari script was adopted as one of the official languages in 1949. Mahatma Gandhi was the first person to term Hindi as the language of the masses. So this again becomes little static part related to a current affair event. Okay, this happens every year, but still this kind of things you have to know. So here answer is 2, 3 only. If you know the first thing alone, like it is not because of Munshi Premchand and all, even though he is related to Hindi and author and all. So his detailing is given here. Dhanpat Rai Srivastav, better known as Premchand, was a famous writer, Hindustani literature, and his timeline is also given, 31 July 1880. So September 14 is nothing to do with him. Okay, it's actually another person, this Rajendra Simha. He was born on September 14, 1900, and that is his birth anniversary is celebrated. And we have this Hindi, and this Devanagari script was adopted as one of the official language in 1949. That's also true. And remaining some more information is here about the dialects of Hindi and extra things. Okay, about Hindi promotion. Okay, so far Hindi language is standing at 4th place worldwide after Chinese, Mandarin, Spanish, and English. Okay, like the most spoken English if you see, most spoken language if you see, Chinese, Mandarin, Spanish, English, and then Hindi. Okay. So here if you see, father of the nation Mahatma Gandhi was the first person to term Hindi as the language of the masses. He also initiated talk on making Hindi as a national language of India. Okay, Constituent Assembly has adopted Hindi as the official language on September 14, 1949. So to commemorate the first Hindi Day or Hindi Divas was observed on September 14, 1953. Okay, so this is his birthday is also there, and the day when this official language thing was adopted both are September 14 and 1953. This was like the first Hindi Day. Okay. MCQ 15. Rabari Shura or Rabari Shura seen in news is related to Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, Palestine. So this kind of thing again, if you have not read the Hindu or if you have not seen the newspaper or studied from a current affair magazine, you may not know, or maybe it looks like everything is fine. Okay, meaning it matches with everything. So here the answer will be Afghanistan. So you know the Taliban takeover and all these things. So again, 2001, that time also when that problem happened, okay, this thing was formed. Okay, the leaders body, council of leaders, a body was there, and now also when the interim government is being formed newly, that time also the chief of that particular body is being asked to lead the interim government or something. Okay, this Mullah Muhammad Hassan, he is the chief of that body, and he announced about interim government. So that time also when Taliban took over, now also Taliban took over, this body was in news. Okay, Taliban decision making body, Rabari Shura. Remaining you can see, and yesterday also I showed you a detailed question on Afghanistan. And my students who have the PDF, please click on the links, you will get more information to read. Peaceful Mission 2021 seen in news is related to ASEAN, SCO, BRICS, WIMSTEC. So all bodies are important for you to study, and India is there in all the bodies. So Peaceful Mission 2021, you have to know it because India is there in all the bodies, meaning India would have participated in this mission. So answer is SCO. Yesterday also we discussed a question on SCO where Iran was the latest member. So now after Iran is the latest member means 9 members are there in SCO. So you should know which are the countries also. There are mnemonics to study that, like pick. Okay, sorry. Pick truck it will be. And there are multiple things, mnemonics you can make your own also. Okay, so now when Iran came, one more I will come extra. Okay, like Pakistan, India, Kazakhstan, and Tajikistan, Russia, Uzbekistan, China, Kyrgyzstan, and now Iran. Okay, so pick truck, and now because I came, now mnemonic will have to change a little bit. Okay, maybe something like I pick truck. Okay, so like that you can study the SCO countries. So now here this they have had a exercise in which India also obviously will participate, and because of that it was in news in September month. Okay. 6th edition it is. It's not like happening for the first time. 6th edition being hosted by Russia. Every country participated, including India. Okay. Question number 17. Which of the following are true about ISRO's GSLV Mark III? So GSLV Mark III, Mark II, Mark 1, PSLV, all the things in free lecture videos we have already done in our science playlist. You can go and check. It's there in English and Hindi. So in that everything with pictures we would have explained. Okay. So whenever in future, after 5 years also UPSC asks a question, the basics of space things will be there on Vysh's channel, and that is why every year we are telling our lectures and test series is enough for you to clear the exam if you have sincerely followed them. Problem with students is they watch only those episodes which they feel important. Like tomorrow we make something on any war or any like Taliban takeover, then you will click on that and watch. But the other lectures which are there in the playlist you are not even watching. So please take it seriously. Vysh's every video will help you in the exam. No, there will be no unwanted videos on this channel. Okay. So it comprises of 4 stages, 2 solid and 2 cryogenic. That obviously if you know that is wrong because there is a liquid stage also. It was designed to carry 4 tons of satellite into the GTO, geosynchronous transfer orbit. ISRO is planning to develop reusable GSLV Mark III launch vehicle similar to what Elon Musk is doing via SpaceX. So this is exactly the news because of this question is formed. ISRO is planning something like this, reusable one, so that the rocket goes and then again comes back and again we can reuse it. Okay, so 3 is definitely true. So this is wrong, and the first one is also wrong. So there you get the answer. Okay, answer is 2, 3 only. So here if you see, you should know what is geosynchronous transfer orbit and all. Like here Earth is there, here one big orbit is there which is like suppose 36,000 kilometer. Okay, the geosynchronous orbit. So you cannot maybe reach till there, okay, with the energy and this thing and all. So here another orbit will be there which is like this. Okay, so that is called GTO, geo transfer orbit, meaning from Earth you have to just reach till here. Okay, hope you're understanding. we have a big orbit where we have to reach, and we have another orbit like this. So what we will do is we will just push our rocket till here only. Okay, then from here it will go here, and from here it will, instead of completing this one, it will switch to this one. Okay, it will reach here. Once it reaches this once it reaches this particular point, it will then follow this path and it will enter the main orbit which we want. Okay, we don't need to supply our full energy to reach directly to here. We will put in a transfer orbit. So this is called GTO, geo transfer orbit. Okay, the other one is the main thing which you have to reach. So our target was this only, 4 tons to this one, and I think up to 10 tons it will take to the low Earth orbit. Okay, because it is nearer. 10 tons you can take there with the Mark 3 this thing rocket. Okay, so Chandrayaan 2 I think will go on that, and here we are developing reusable GSLV Mark 3 launch vehicle. Okay, so this kind of basics about satellite rockets and all, as I told, please watch science lectures or in my science test series, which again I will give 5 tests. Okay, it is there in one of the pack. So 500 MCQs on full basics of science will be there. So in future, as I'm telling, it's a static test, you can use lifelong. So please enroll to the pack to get the proper information. Question number 18, call to action initiative for shipping decarbonization was seen in news related to. Okay, so again, shipping decarbonization, meaning the carbon emission and all these things in shipping industry. For that, a call to action initiative was started by whom? So here, if you see, this also environment, this also environment, this also environment, the A, B, and D, but the answer is C actually. Okay, World Economic Forum. They started something called call to action initiative for decarbonization of the shipping, which could only happen with the urgency if governments and regulators establish proper policy framework. So they have taken some initiatives, so everyone will come together and put some strategies to counter this. Okay, so UN shipping agency called the IMO, International Maritime Organization, aims to reduce the overall greenhouse gases emissions from ships by 50% as compared to 2008 levels by 2050. This is the target which the shipping agency has. Okay, so now this call to initiative is initiated by World Economic Forum, so that it will again speed up. Okay, so like this, multiple initiative will be there. Everything will be doing the same only, but the namings will be different when each person launches it. Which are the following are true about Guinness records? So last year you saw a lot of awards and sports question and all by UPSC. So we have also started introducing that questions in the thing. Okay, in the magazines. So it was incepted in the 1800s. It is a reference book published annually and lists world records of human achievements as well as the extremes of natural world. Okay, so here if you see, the second statement is the definition, it is true, and the first one is wrong because it is not that old. It is in 1955 that it started. So just that knowledge we are checking. Okay, it's not like you have to know the year by heart, but you should know whether it was very old like 1800s or whether it is in the modern day timeline that it has started. Okay, so it has started in the modern day timeline, and that knowledge if you have, you can solve this question. Okay, so 2 Japanese sisters has got like the oldest living twin sisters or something. Both are 107 years old. That is the current affair in September. Question number 20. Ek Pahal campaign was seen in news in relation to. So LPG cylinder delivery, justice delivery, malnutrition, tourism. So this again, it's not a very big kind of scheme and all, but when something new happens, you have to know. So most of you will think it is LPG because there is already something called Pahal where Aadhaar card and all is linked with the beneficiary. So that is LPG cylinder. But this Ek Pahal campaign is related to justice delivery system. Okay, the Ministry of Law has established a pan-India kind of campaign. It is for delivering justice at doorstep, meaning everybody gets the benefits. So that detailing again is mentioned here, tele law and all, which is a little older, but it provides this thing. Okay, advice consultation to beneficiaries. So this campaign is just to spread that thing to everyone. Ek Pahal campaign. Question number 21. Eden Beach, which received the blue flag certification recently, is located in. So again, this is an expected question because India, many beaches gets added to this every time. And this time I think 6 or 7 or 8 beaches something got added, and that's the first time that many beaches for a country is added together. So that is why it's special also. So Eden Beach is actually in south in Puducherry. Along with that, this Kovalam Beach also, which is in Tamil Nadu and partially in Kerala, I think. That area, okay, this is certified under this blue flag thing. So 8 nominated beaches are these things: Shivrajpur in Gujarat, Ghogla in Diu, Kasargod and Padubidri in Karnataka, Kapad in Kerala, Rishikonda, in Andhra, Golden in Odisha, Radhanagar in Andaman Nicobar. All these batches were awarded certificate in the year 2021. So sometimes a match the following of these beaches and places can also come, because we can't predict. They keep asking match the following. And what are the conditions for blue flag certificate mentioned here? It was launched in 1985 in France, and it is given by this international non-governmental and non-profit organization called FEE, that is Foundation for Environmental Education. 33 criteria is there. So these are the static part of the blue flag certification. Please pause and see. Okay, because Indian beaches got it, it becomes important for you this year. Or maybe the next year. They sometimes ask 1 year late also. UPSC doesn't ask it immediately. Which of the following are true about World Giving Index 2021? India has been ranked among top 20 generous countries. Poor nations like Nigeria, Myanmar, Kenya, etc. are placed at the bottom ranks. As per the report, more than 50% of the world's adults were reported helping someone they didn't know in 2020. Because of the COVID situation and all, this kind of indexes comes out. So whether people are helping each other, countries are helping each other. So here if you see, the answer is 1, 3 only. India has been ranked among the 20 generous. That is true, because India is in around 14th rank. Poor nations like Nigeria, Myanmar, Kenya, they are actually in the top 10 ranks, I think. Okay, it's not like they are at the bottom. So that is wrong. 2 is wrong. So answer is 1, 3, because more than 50%, around 55% of the adults were actually helping people who they did not know. Okay, 55% adults. India is in 14th rank, and poor countries like Kenya and all these things are among top 10 generous countries. Okay. The developed countries were actually not there in the highest ranking list, but Australia and New Zealand was there. Okay, and this is given by this Charity Aid Foundation. They are the one who publishes this. Okay. USA was rank 1 in 2019, and now it is Indonesia. This xenon 1T experiment seen in news is related to desertification, dark matter, cryptocurrency, chilled food items. So what is this xenon 1T experiment? Question number 23. So it is dark matter. So we have dark matter, we have dark energy, which is like almost all of the universe. Okay, like 68% of the universe is dark energy, and 27% is dark matter, and planets and all these things which we have is only 5% of the universe. Okay, so dark matter will attract all these and keep all the galaxies together, while dark energy will repel everything and try to expand the universe. Okay, because universe expansion is also something which UPSC have asked 2-3 times. So these kind of basics you have to know. So xenon 1T is like one of the most sensitive, detailed dark matter experiment in the world, and that is there in news, because again some whenever some research goes on, something outcome will come and they will announce it. So whenever it comes, you will be hearing this word xenon 1T. Okay, so it's an Indian Express article where more details are there, so my students can click on this link and read more. Question number 24. Which of the following are false about Akash missile? It is a long range mobile air-to-air missile system. Range of the Akash missile is up to 500 to 800 km, and it at altitudes up to 18,000 meter. So here answer will be both 1 and 2, because it's asking for false. So it's a medium range mobile surface to air, not air to air. It is surface to air. Okay, I think Astra missile is air to air, but Akash missile is surface to air. Okay, like Trishul will be surface to air. So like that you have to know basic things, which is air to air, surface to air, with how many stages are there, all these basics about all the missiles and rockets you have to know. And range is not that much high. It's only 50 to 80 kilometer, and altitude is correct. Okay, 18,000 meter. That is the thing. And now Akash Prime is there. Yesterday we discussed something called Agni Prime. So it's just a new version, new way they are recreating with better materials and better things, so that its performance will be better. So that is why Akash is called Akash Prime. Yesterday Agni was called Agni Prime. It's not like any range or something is increasing. Both Akash missile and Akash Prime will have almost the same features only, but the quality of the missile will be better. Okay. 25, last question. Multi-nation military exercise called this is Zapad 2021 recently happened in. Again, if you see, different countries are there, but why the question is asked? Because India is also a participant. Okay, so it happened in Russia. Okay, September 3, it happened in Russia. So 13-day exercise, and Indian Army also, this Naga battalion group participated. This Kazind exercise yesterday we discussed in August current affair. So this kind of thing, as I told, if your current affair magazine is already covering, then you don't need to follow any Vysh material. But in case you feel like this is happening and you did not even know, it was not taught to you, maybe your source whichever you are studying is not good. So please tell in comment section what is your score. Try to improve your score every day. Even if it's going low, it's okay. And as I told, if you are liking the material, only then please enroll to this pack 13. In future days, we'll again keep discussing from other packs also. Now this pack will go on for 12 days. Obviously 12 months of current affair is there. After that, when we start each pack, you'll understand the quality. The problem is the day comes nearer to the prelims, then you will not be able to catch up. So better try to enroll faster, because quality I promise will be same. Okay, whatever is there in the current affair, same or even better quality will be there in all the subjects PDF. Okay, so like I told, science is in this pack, maps is in this pack, history is there, spectrum separate is there, polity is there, economy is there, economic survey comes under that, important bodies and government schemes. Here government schemes will be static ones. The newer government schemes will be there in the current affair magazines. Even older current affair, if you need veteran students, you can get it. So all these things are available, and only till April 30th these offers will be there. After that it will be again back to the higher pricing. So please see to that, very serious aspirant get it, and 2023 people can wait. Okay, for you even better packages will come, so that time you can buy. Now you just follow this just for studying or seeing how MCQs will come in UPSC. And please subscribe so that I can continue this free initiative. Thank you and have a nice day.